Oh, you're okay. Thank you though. So I am going to start with the liver contour just because at work that is how I do it. I take it as the first two pictures so that I don't forget it. And we are just going to come. This rope is not backwards. Oh, this probe is loud. Weird. Okay. Yeah. So then here is the liver contour. We're going to sweep through. We're going to make sure she doesn't have any ascites. There aren't any little tiny cysts that are hanging off the contour. We're just going to sweep, make sure we're good. I like to do my left lobe in sag just so that I can go to this little point here because I feel like it proves to the rat I'm on the right lobe. Because if I go here, this could be left, this could be right. They just have to take my word for it. So this is kind of the way I prove. This is left. There's no problems. And I will just show here, we have a nice smooth capsule, there's no ascites, there's no mass. If I see a cyst or like a hemangioma and it's this anterior, I will usually just do it with this probe while I'm there because I can see it. So I'm going to take this and I just label as left liver contour. See the picture. Do right, and I will just tell my patients I'm going to come over onto your side, might tickle. Nope. And then when I do my right, like I said, I tend to go transverse because I can sit right in those ribs nicely. And you want to be careful because when you do the right lobe, since you're between the ribs, it's easy to catch artifact and come off. So make sure that you can see the liver texture, and so you're proving without a doubt you're in the right area. Because you could take it here and be like, oh, it looks fine, but is that the liver? Is this the rib? Is this artifact? So go up and make sure you can see your tissue. Here. And when I do my contour, I'm also looking at the texture of the liver, so that way when I switch to the curved and I start to do the liver, I already kind of know, am I in for a real rough time or is it going to be okay? So that's it for contour.
So you just take 2 images?
Yep, just the 2. And where I work, the protocol is actually that I only need to take that picture if the patient has a history of hepatitis or cirrhosis. But I personally just do it on everybody because then I don't even have to worry about, is somebody gonna call me later to be like, that liver looked a little funny. Why didn't you do the contour? It's just there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and then let's switch back. Read all the words. Alrighty, let me scoop the gel off here. Portal vein. We're going to come intercostal. We're going to want to get that sucker nice and elongated if we can. Easier said than done. She's making my job easy. Put our color on. I want to change my size. There we go. Take our color picture here, and then for our pulse wave, we're going to put this right in here, this again. Now we have nice forward flow. It's not dropping below the baseline at all. It's not really jagged. Totally acceptable flow to have. I needed you yesterday. This is so much easier on you.
Do you know where we have wall filter?
On this machine, I don't know, but I will look around because that's actually a good question, and it will be helpful with ovaries to be able to turn the wall filter up or down. I will look into that. Alrighty. And then for our hepatics, so there is our portal. I'm going to sweep up just to see if that's the direction I want to go or not. And then, because I don't feel like I see them as well as I would like to, I'm going to just kind of come out more laterally, sweep through, because on some people you will come out way further than you think you'll have to get them. take a small breath in for me. Hold your breath. Here's the hepatics. Try to elongate along nicely. Go ahead and breathe. So when you're elongating your hepatics, in theory, we would love to see all three of them nice and stretched out, but that's not always possible. So if you're going to do that, you would take, your picture with your color showing there's no problems here, and then you would just try to find the one you're going to sample to elongate to get an accurate read on it. And I usually just do the one I feel like I can see the best on that patient. Small breath in. This one. Breathe. And so then here we have our triphasic Wonder Woman sign as it goes. And we're not so far away from the IVC, although we're a little bit deeper into the liver where we're still getting a normal hepatic flow. Like I said, I don't scan that at work, so I'm not exactly sure how funky that could get depending on what kind of masses or like compressions they have. I'm sure it's pretty bad though.
And how come we do it intercostally instead of
just so that you're able to get that accurate Wonder Woman sign, because you're closer coming to the ribs than you would be this way.
Okay.
And then you would also get that heart like really moving. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's all you guys are working on today.
Okay.
Nice and straightforward. Easy peasy. Yes. Any questions? No? No? No?